from Berlin, Germany. I was born and raised in Hamburg, Germany, which is the second largest city in Germany. I'm a retired journalist. Well, I used to be employed. Now I'm a freelancer, still working on and off as a journalist. Yeah, it was 1967. The older people remember the Summer of Love in California. I was living in Hamburg, in a big city. I was interested in politics, not being quite sure yet which direction to lean to. So when I got there to this very small town, Ellsworth, Iowa, and in the background you see the old farmhouse in which I lived with my family. I was a critic of the United States, but also very, very curious about what it was going to be like. Of course, like I think almost every former exchange student, I had hoped to come to California, to San Francisco or New York City or New Orleans or Chicago. And then I ended up here in Ellsworth, Iowa on a farm. It felt terribly hard in the beginning. It took me about until Christmas before I'd finally adjusted. See, I never had to do any work at home, nothing. I was just a spoiled big city kid, or city slicker, as they used to say in Iowa. And I didn't know how to work manually. I mean, I was not even a good student. I was actually a pretty lazy person. And there I was, had to clean the hog house, had to work in the fields, walking beans, which meant we walked up and down the bean field, the soybean field, and pull out the weeds and all kinds of stuff, which I really, really hated. But there was this wonderful family. Here you see my brothers and me. You see Kenneth and Catherine, my mom and dad. And Kenneth wasn't a farmer 100%. I mean, he got up when the sun got up, and in winter even earlier, and he came back into the house when the sun was going down, even later. And Catherine did all the household work for the family. 5 men, four men when I was there. And she also helped in the farm, and she was just a wonderful person. I mean, Catherine was the one who talked to me, who I could have conversations with. She used to be a teacher before she became a farm wife, and she made me stay. I mean, without her, I probably would have given up. I was not made for farm life. I still am not. But Catherine was a very understanding person. Kenneth at the time was not really that understanding. My dad, he thought I was just a very lazy, big city boy. And my brothers probably thought so too at the time. Well, it taught me a lot. It taught me, in the first place, that I'm not made for farm life. I'm a big city person. I want to live in a big city, right in the middle of the city, and nature is fine for a trip, but not for a living. But it also taught me to adjust, to find out how to live in very different circumstances, how to manage to get along with people I had known before. That was different. On the other hand, the family and I show you a picture which was made 14 years ago at a big family reunion. We are still in touch. I mean, mom and dad are dead now. Dad died 4 years ago at the age of 91 or 92. So he did get very old, and in later years, we got along fantastically. We loved each other. And Catherine died a few years earlier, and I'm still in touch with my 3 brothers. I visited them in October 16. Keith and his wife came over to Europe last fall, and we took a trip to Budapest and Prague. So it's family. It's totally my family now. But I have one advice: turn off your WhatsApp, turn off your social media, and become part of American life. Don't have half of your mind still floating around in Germany or whichever country you come from.